train when he rode on into town, and all the folks at the tavern knew what the hell went down. Stranger never said nothing, kept it all to himself, sat down at the table and drank himself half to death. His barrel smoked like a steam train when he rode on into town, and all the folks at the tavern knew what the hell went down. Sat there, drank his whiskey, waited till it ran dry, stood up and loaded his 6-gun and rode off into the night. His barrel smoked like a steam train when he rode on into town, and all the folks at the tavern knew what the hell went down. Knew what the hell went down. Stranger came from the next town and brought along with him his life, 'cause he found out that another man was bedding down with his wife. His barrel smoked like a steam train when he rode on into town, and all the folks at the tavern knew what the hell went down. Knew what the hell went down. His barrel smoked like a steam train when he rode on into town, and all the folks at the tavern knew what the hell went down. Knew what the hell went down. Thank you.
All right, in case you're just joining us, you're listening to WEFT Sessions here on WEFT 90.1 FM Champaign with Jack Daniel. And obviously, if you're listening to us on a radio, you know that we're back on the radio. We had some issues earlier tonight, but we were streaming all along. Remember, you can always stream us, almost always stream us, if there is something wrong with the radio signal. But we're a radio station, and we're happy to be back on the air. Jack, what would you like to add to what you said before?
The song, like I said, man, all of my songs are a little unique. Growing up, my mom played pool in taverns, and as I got older, I would go and play music. So I spent a lot of time there. And you're with the rougher crowds, and you kind of figure out, like, you know, like there's a lot of rumors and he said and she said. So I felt like it was a big part of my music and what I do. So I felt inclined to write a song about taverns and kind of how they are. But I kind of put like an old, like murder ballad, Western like story to it in a way.
I certainly hope when you were growing up there weren't a lot of murders.
No,
around.
definitely not.
I mean, it would certainly, you'd have a lot to write about, but that would be
absolutely.
At some cost, I would, psychologically.
Yeah, absolutely.
They talk about Cabot Cove, Maine, and how nobody would be left alive after a few seasons of Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And there's no stars after this one, so, if something happens to me, that it's all gone.
Now, when you say taverns, is that to differentiate from bars, pubs, watering holes?
Yeah, in my opinion, it is. It's kind of like, it probably falls somewhere between bar and dive,
Okay.
Just a smoky old place where, people go and listen to drunks tell their stories and listen to, the old timers tell, about how it used to be, and a lot of Merle and, old country on the jukebox and things like that.
The most attractive thing about that to me is I would say a lot of the music venue bars I've been to, when the band wasn't playing, the background music was even louder than the band, and it was impossible to tell stories. So if you go to bars where people can hear each other and tell stories, that's
Yeah, they're usually quieter bars, you know. A lot of rural towns and have quieter bars, maybe 3-4 people sitting in there on like a, you know, on a Thursday or a Friday, sometimes early on on a Friday maybe, but I don't know. It's a very unique atmosphere when you put yourself into it, when you're playing music, and, you know, you kind of just get used to it in its own way.
Sure. So what do you have for us next?
I got a couple tunes off of my upcoming album, Circle of Arrows.
Is this the first one?
Yeah, this is my first album. I did a demo album for a little while. Blake Carson, he has a sound studio over in Hammond, and he does a lot of work with local guys like us, and he was able to help me put out a demo CD, which, you know, none of the songs on it we went back and remastered them and made them a different sound than they were originally on the demo. But yeah, this is my first full album of original music. It's pretty exciting, honestly.
Yeah. And where will that be available?
I'm hoping to have it on anywhere live streaming. I'm going to go through a company that kind of puts it out there for you once I've got it mastered and ready to go.
Any chance of hard copies, or is it strictly...
Yeah, oh no, absolutely. I usually do hard copies first, probably, so.
Excellent. Well, certainly if we have one, it would give us the option of playing it.
Oh, yeah, I would definitely bring one in as soon as I have them available, for sure.
Thank you. And I should probably stop talking so you can play those songs.
You talk away.
Thanks.
Talk away.
Oh, we should give your name again. Jack Daniel on WEFT Sessions.
Thank you. If I had a penny, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd toss it in a river and make a wish for you now, honey. Now, honey. If I had a nickel for every lie, I'd probably be standing up 10 feet high now, honey. Now, honey. But time takes a toll, and that's what my love's for, I suppose. If I had a hat, I'd turn it to the sun. I'd tell you all the stupid things that I've done now, honey. Now, honey. If I had a truck and wasn't too broke, I'd take you for a ride to go down to the coast now, honey. Now, honey. But time takes a toll, and that's what my love's for, I suppose. And time rolls by, moves so fast. You gotta live every day like it's your last now, honey. Now, honey. If I had to go and you had to stay, I'd let you keep my heart, I don't need it anyway now, honey. Now, honey. But time takes a toll, and that's what my love's for, I suppose. Thank you. That one was called I Suppose. It'll be on the upcoming album, along with a couple of other originals that I have. The album's called Circle of Arrows. I recorded it in the studio in Hammond with my buddy Blake Carson. My buddy Jason Waldrop helped throw some steel guitar in it, and Wayne Carson threw in bass. It was a kind of an in the group project to help me, better some of the tunes that we had written. But I can't thank those guys enough. I'll be on the radio again tomorrow because of Waldrop, and I wouldn't be as far as I am if it wasn't for Blake Carson. So I just want to give a shout out to all the folks that have come to the shows or helped me and supported me get this far. It really means a lot to me. This next song's called Devil's Woman. It'll also be on the album. Was out for a walk, was late in the night, and I saw a woman dressed in white. Hair was coal black, smile was sly. Knew right away she'll run from my life. They call her the devil's woman. They call her the mistress of sin. They call her the devil's woman. And I can't wait to see her again. She don't walk, she only glides and turns a man to stone with the blink of an eye. She's an angel, she don't want your love. This kind of angel, she ain't from above. They call her the devil's woman. They call her the mistress of sin. They call her the devil's woman. And I can't wait to see her again. Thank you. If you're just tuning in, my name's Jack Daniel. You're listening to WEFT 90.1 FM. That song's called Devil's Woman. It'll be on my upcoming album, Circle of Arrows. You'll be able to find it on just about any live stream service you got. There'll also be hard copies for those that want them. This next song's another one that's on there. I wrote this song. It's basically about when all your friends are old and gone and all your bad decisions have been made. There's usually only just one person there with you if you're lucky. And this song's about that one person, still loving you through all the stuff. Will you love me when I'm sober? Will you still feel the same? Will you tell me when I'm older, when my hair is thin and gray? There are times when I get wasted till I'm drunk and falling down. and these people have their judgment. So I drink when they're not around. Will you love me when I'm sober? Will you still feel the same? Will you tell me when I'm older, when my hair is thin and gray? Me when I'm sober, will you still feel the same? Will you tell me when I'm older, when my hair is thin and gray? And I know that life ain't easy, never wanted it that way. And the more problems I face here, more important things to say. So will you love me when I'm sober? Will you still feel the same? Tell me when I'm older, when my hair is thin and gray. When my hair is thin and gray. Thank you. If you're just tuning in, my name is Jack Daniel. Thank you for listening to WEFT 90.1 FM. Be here until about 11 o'clock playing some tunes from the upcoming album Circle of Arrows. I'd like to give a shout out to some of the local guys, Lee Ewers, Jason Waldrop, Blake Carson, my beautiful fiance, my mother, Tommy Peters out there listening on the radio. Thank you guys for tuning in. This next song's called, it's kind of about like the struggles of, I got a few friends, they play music and they put everything into it, all of their money, all of their passion, all of their love, and a lot of the time they spend a lot of their time on the road, playing for change, playing for food, playing for just a few bucks to get to the next town. And this song's about some of the ones that do that and don't make it. It's called Dirty Old Drunk Guy. There's a man sits down on the road. Looks kind of tired, he looks kind of old. He ain't got money, he's got no car. Spent his last dollar on a case and guitar. Give him a dime, play you a song. Give him $5 and he'll play all day long. He's got no kids, he's got no wife. Traded all his money for the poor man's life. Give him a dime to play you a song. Give him $5 and he'll play all day long. He takes all his money down to the local bar. He's the dirty old drunk guy playing guitar. That old man, he died last week. They all used to listen, now they turn their cheek. Buried him down, way down deep. Gave his old guitar to a boy in the street. Give him a dime to play you a song. Give him $5 and he'll play all day long. Takes all his money down to the local bar. He's the dirty old drunk guy playing guitar. He's the dirty old drunk guy playing guitar. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jack Daniel. You're listening to songs off my upcoming album, Circle of Arrows. Should be available in the upcoming months. When we were working on the album, I had decided that I wanted to make the album in sort of a dedication to my father. And so I looked to the closest people to him and to me at the time for guidance and for help on how to go about making the album what I wanted it to be. And I just want to give a shout out to Blake and the guys at Homegrown Studios for helping me out with that. I'm already working on the next one. I think the next song I'm going to play is, this song's about, it's a newer song. It won't be on the album. It's the first time I think I've played it publicly. It's a sadder song, kind of about being misunderstood and spending all your time trying to fit in. I've been sitting here just trying to clear my mind. I think about the good old days and all the things I've left behind. Take a good look around and think, maybe this old world ain't for me. Take a good look around and think, maybe this old world ain't for me. Whole class of people getting harder to figure out. Sit and watch their TVs, and it just goes and fills them with doubt. They take a good look around and think, maybe this old world ain't for me. They take a good look around and think, maybe this old world ain't for me. pick up all the pieces, and I put myself back in line. Go about my day as if everything's gonna be alright. I take a good look around and think maybe this whole world ain't for me. Take a good look around and think maybe this whole world ain't for me. Thank you. That's a newer song. I recently wrote about 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And like I said, it's just about like the hardships and just living and, you know, judgment and all that. But you're listening to 90.1 FM with Jack Daniel. We're playing tracks from my upcoming album, Circle of Arrows. Stick around, there's plenty more. Yeah. In a bottle, there ain't no lines left to tell. Let my heart down in the Ozarks. My soul's headed straight for hell. My brain has gone rotten from things that I've done. I've drank so much whiskey, it just ain't no more fun. There ain't no truth left in the bottle. There ain't no lines left to tell. Left my heart down in the Ozarks. My soul's headed for hell. The glass half empty, the bottle's half full. When it all runs dry, the pills make you good. There ain't no truth in the bottle. There ain't no lines to tell. Left my heart down in the Ozarks. My soul's headed for hell. My soul's headed for hell. Thank you. My name is Jack Daniel. I'm a local songwriter. You're listening to WEFT 90.1 FM. Stick around.
It was so close to 10:30 when you stopped last time, I couldn't tell whether we were supposed to go on or not.
I wasn't either. I was like...
Well, the good news is, since this is your hour, as long as I come out at some point and do the station ID, or you do it, then it really, I mean, I just don't want to look like I'm not doing my job.
No, yeah.
But as long as you are feeling tended to and not neglected,
Yeah, no.
then
I'm
it's, just basically I can come out
But I
here
miss
whenever
you
you
every
gesture.
now and then. I mean, you go back there and disappear. I figured you got to come out.
Well, what I did was I turned it up because I realized here I'm in the station and I was having trouble hearing you, and I can control the volume, so I cranked
so
it.
you're like cranking it in there. He's
'Cause
got like
I-
a little mini party going in his little studio room.
But I did want to tell you that you have new fans in, if I'm remembering right, Washington State and Ontario.
Oh, well, thank you to Ontario and Washington State.
I mean, we haven't
appreciate
gotten
that.
any complaints, but those are the strongest.
Okay.
The strongest praise has been from those more
No
northern.
praises and no complaints. I'd still be okay.
Oh, and we have a lot of people on the stream.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. And like I said, thank you guys for tuning in and checking it out, man.
Why don't you give your either booking information or
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
online presence you want to share?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. If you're looking to book, just contact me on Jack Daniel Tunes on Facebook. I'm pretty swift about getting back to people about booking shows, and I'm always available for the most part to book a show. And if I don't, then I know people who do. Like I said, Jason Waldrop's an excellent musician. He performs alongside us a lot of the time. But yeah, you can just find me just about anywhere on Facebook. That's where I seem to linger a lot. And a lot of my material is on there and on YouTube. But as far as directly contacting me about booking, I would say Facebook probably.
I had to chuckle when you said that because Wednesday I'm doing an all 1957 show, and one of the hits of 1957 was called I'm Available. And it's just this girl doing the exact opposite of playing Hard to Get. She just sings over and over how she'll go out with
Anybody.
whoever. Yeah, and I guess at the time it was supposed to be cute, but I will not be playing that one Wednesday. Someone
Well,
would
if you're
have to.
tuning in to hear that one.
We would have to be
off.
offered a large donation for me to. It's just, it's not terrible, but it's very forgettable. But when you said I'm available, it just.
I'm available.
You were.
But not in like a 1957 derogatory.
You sounded a
song.
little more self-respecting,
I can only imagine how this song sounds. Like I'm curious now.
like
have
something
to
you'd
listen
hear
to it
on Leave It
myself.
to Beaver as part of a
I'm kind of like,
pageant, school talent show,
oh,
first runner-up.
now it's getting awkward.
Well, there's a lot of good music for
Yeah.
each year.
Oh, absolutely.
But you kind of have to dig.
Yeah. And they are there. I mean, like I think that just with a lot of music being commercialized, like there's a lot of stuff that you can find that's really good that isn't commercialized. You just got to, like you said, you got to dig real deep.
I would also add that nowadays, if you hear a song like that, it's probably singer-songwriter. But back then, singers would be blamed for those songs, and they'd say, look, they handed me the sheet music, and they said, sing it or you're fired.
Yep.
There was not a lot of creative control over the material.
Yep.
So this was probably genuinely a high school girl who was told, sing this or you're grounded. So
Yep. Yeah, it's scary to think that you could be, forced to perform things like that you don't necessarily want to or feel comfortable doing. Like,
the point is, if Margie Rayburn is still alive and is listening, I'm not judging her.
No, we are not.
I'm sure
Love
she
you,
had
Margie.
better records than that particular song.
yeah. Yeah, I think that whole area had just a lot of great music. I'm a big rockabilly fan, so I listen to things like that every now and then.
What's some of your favorite rockabilly that you would like to recommend to people
I
who
can't.
might?
I can't recommend any. Like I don't know them. I hear them whenever because I go through YouTube and then I'll just rockabilly while I'm singing or while I'm cleaning or something, and one will pop on and I'm like, I like that, but I never actually go and check and see who it is.
The other day, so there's rockabilly, there's surfabilly, there's psychobilly, and then the other day I saw one that I'd never heard of before, and I can't even remember. It was some prefix in Billy, and I couldn't believe that it was a real thing.
Yeah, they just mix genre and then they give it its own name. It's like a hybrid name.
It was like Polkabilly or something.
Yeah, Polkabilly. Now that I could probably dig.
Well, I don't think it's copyrighted, so you could you could be the father of Polkabilly.
I don't know if I want to do that or not.
I missed the father of bluegrass at trivia the other
Yeah.
day, so.
Polkabilly. I like it. It's got a good ring to it.
Yeah, I mean, it almost sounds. Well, I'm thinking pokeberry, I guess, which is a poisonous berry that I ate once, and there's a story. But yeah, pokebilly, pokeberry.
Probably a similarity there, I'm sure.
Sounds like a flavor of Pebbles or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyhow, This is getting very far afield from
No,
your
you're
music. What do you have for us next?
I'll probably do a couple covers by a few influential songwriters that I listen to, and then probably just do a couple more of the originals off of the album coming out.
All right. I'll be back at about 10:55, if that's okay.
Yep, sounds good to me.
And we can kind of sum up and then do an encore.
All right,
well,
absolutely.
you can do an encore. I won't.
Well, I was going to say, you're more than welcome to join me at any point.
Not if you heard me.
This song here, I think that if anybody's a songwriter, you should probably listen to it at least one time. It was written by Chris Christopherson, and I think he wrote it for Johnny Cash. I don't do many covers, and I don't usually do them the right way. But this one's called "To Beat the Devil." It's wintertime in Nashville, down on Music City Road. Was looking for a place to get myself out of the cold, fight the frozen feeling that was eating at my soul, keep a chilly wind off my guitar. The thirsty wanted whiskey, hunger needed beans. Been about a month of pay since I heard that eagle scream, with a pocket full of nothing and a head full of dreams. I checked my pride and I stepped inside the bar. It was more like a tavern, cigarette smoke to the ceiling, sawdust on the floor, and friendly shadows. I could see there was just one old man sitting there in the bar, and in the mirror I could see him checking me out, and he was checking out my guitar. He said, "Come on up here, boy, and show us who you are." I said, "I'm dry," and he bought me a beer. He looked at my guitar and said, "It's a tough life, ain't it?" I just looked at him, said, "You ain't making any money, are you?" I said, "Well, you reading my mail?" He said, "Let me see that guitar, boy. I got something you need to hear." And he laid it on me. If you waste your time talking to people who don't listen to things that you are saying, who do you think's gonna hear? And if you should die explaining how the things that they've complained about, things that could be changing, who do you think's gonna care? 'Cause there were other lonely singers in a world turned deaf and blind, that were crucified for what they tried to show. And their voices have been scattered by the swirling winds of time, 'cause the truth remains that nobody wants to know. Well, the old man, he was a stranger, but I'd heard that song before, back when failure had me locked out on the wrong side of the door, when no one stood beside me except my shadow on the floor. Loneliness is more than just a state of mind. See, the devil hunts for hungry men. If you can't beat him, you better join him. I ain't saying that I beat the devil, but I drank his beer for nothing, and then I stole his song. You still can hear me singing to the people who don't listen to things that I am saying, hoping someone's gonna hear. And if I should die explaining how the things that I've complained about, things I could be changing, who do you think's gonna care? Born a lonely singer and I'm bound to die the same, 'cause I've got to feed this hunger in my soul. And if I never have a nickel, I won't never die in vain, 'cause the truth remains that nobody wants to know. And I don't believe that nobody wants to know. Like I said, so good old Chris Christopherson song. Probably one of the most influential songwriters that I've listened to. Just an all-around good songwriter. Like I said, if you're just tuning in to WEFT, my name's Jack Daniel. I'm playing a few covers and a few songs from the upcoming album, Circle of Arrows. You'll be able to download it and stream it and buy a copy of it just about any time now. There's an angel in my heart. There's a demon in my head. And I've walked amongst the living. Lord, it feels like I live with the dead. Times will wait for no man, and the time seems so unfair, and the people never notice. Lord, it feels like no one cares. There's an angel in my heart. There's a demon in my head. And I've walked amongst the living. Lord, it feels like I live with the dead. And I have walked with Jesus, and I know I've seen the light, but I've hung out with the devil, and we had one hell of a night. There's an angel in my heart. There's a demon in my head. And I've walked amongst the living. Lord, it feels like I live with the dead. That song's called Live with the Dead. It'll be on my upcoming album, Circle of Arrows. It's probably the first song I ever wrote, actually. I wrote it when I was about 18 years old. One of my first solo songs I ever wrote. And it was just kind of, I was in the middle of a bad breakup, I think. Something along those lines. Feeling lonely and whatnot when you write those sad ones. This song here is on the album, and it's a newer song too, about 3 or 4 months old. It's about working, the time that you spend working, the time you didn't spend with your family. I wake up at the crack of dawn, my face or put my work boots on. Start my day and the day is long. Working for a living till my time is gone. And I got folks I never see. High price to pay for 400 a week. But I get up and I go to work. It's the only way to feel the worth. But I wake up at the crack of dawn, wash my face and put my work boots on. Start my day and the day is long. Working for a living till my time is gone. There are folks out begging for money, and there are folks just begging for work. But I ain't begging into nobody, 'cause we all end up in the same damn dirt. So I wake up at the crack of dawn, wash my face and put my work boots on. Start my day and the day is long. Working for a living till my time is gone. Working for a living till my time is gone. Thank you. That one's it's called Working for a Living. A lot of these songs you can find on my upcoming album, Circle of Arrows. If you're just tuning in, my name's Jack Daniel. And thank you for tuning into WEFT 90.1 FM on this Monday evening. Like I said, it's my first time on a radio station. If you've never been here, never seen pictures of it, the albums are just everywhere. And it just kind of sets the whole mood for the whole thing. This next song I'm going to do is by another artist. He's a singer-songwriter. He passed away many, many years ago. But he, within the last couple of years, has become a very big influence in my music and how I play. And this song's by Blaze Foley, and I think it was covered at one point by John Prine. It's called Clay Pigeons. Down to the Greyhound station, gonna get a ticket to ride. Gonna find that lady, 2 or 3 kids, and sit down by her side. Ride till the sun comes up, down around me about 2 or 3 times. Smoking cigarettes in the last seat. Try to hide the sorrow from the people I meet, get along with it all. Where the people say, oh, sing a song with a friend, change the shape I'm in, get back in the game, start playing again. I'd like to stay, but I might have to go and start over again. Might go back down to Texas, might go to somewhere I've never been. Get up in the morning, go out at night, and I won't have to go home. Get used to being alone, change the words of the song, start talking again. looking for answers to questions that I already know. I could build me a castle of memories just to have somewhere to go. Count the days and the nights that it takes to get back in the saddle again. Feed the pigeons some clay, turn the night into day, start singing again. Going down to the Greyhound station, gonna get a ticket to ride. Gonna find that lady, 2 or 3 kids, and sit down by her side. Ride till the sun comes up and down around me about 2 or 3 times. Smoking cigarettes in the last seat. Try to hide my sorrow from the people I meet and get along with it all. Where the people say, oh, sing a song with a friend, change the shape I'm in, start talking again. Thank you. Like I said, that was a Blaze Foley tune. You're listening to Jack Daniel on WEFT 90.1 FM. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, I got a new album coming out in a couple months or so called Circle of Arrows, and it's a compilation of a lot of the songs I've written from about the time I started until now, with the exception of a few. At this time, I think I'm going to play another one off the album. My guitar is my only friend. Lord, I know it sounds crazy. My guitar is my only friend. Have you heard me play lately? My old black dusty 6-string, it rolled for miles on my back. My old black dusty 6-string, it keeps me on the beaten path. Some folks say it comes from the soul. Some folks say from the heart. Well, I'm not so sure that it runs that deep, 'cause my sound comes straight from my guitar. My guitar is my only friend. And Lord, I know it sounds crazy. My guitar is my only friend. And have you heard me play lately? Is my only friend. Lord, I know sounds crazy. My guitar is my only friend. Have you completely. My guitar. Thank you guys, man, for tuning in. That's called My Guitar. It's on my upcoming album. It's probably one of the third or fourth oldest songs I ever wrote.
I certainly hope it's not a true autobiographical song.
No, not at all.
I mean, considering that you have...
Yeah, I mean, I have at least one friend. And I'm hoping to make two if Charlie wants to be my friend. I mean...
Well, I mean, is there an application process?
I think nowadays I think I should probably have one,
okay,
just in case. Like a blind date, like Plenty of Fish, kind of. You know, I need a little more information than that. It
is strange in this day and age. You know, somebody can have. Oh, I advertise. I have 4,967 friends, but I don't know most of them.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely how it is.
It almost makes me want to go full Quaker just so that I can. You know, I don't have to wonder if people are friends because they are card-carrying friends.
Out there listening, no worries.
I do have one follow-up, which is I looked up Margie Rayburn.
Oh, did you?
It's kind of a sad story. She was actually 33 when she sang this song about being an available, seemingly high school girl.
So that's why she was able to get away with it.
Well, there was apparently a lot of age discrimination around her, and that was her only song that she could get anybody to play. But it wasn't. I mean, she didn't write it.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently people liked it when she pretended she was a teenager, and then when she tried to do normal stuff, she couldn't get a call back. So, and she's no longer with us. But the guy who wrote the song is.
Yeah. Oh, he's still around.
But I mean, I'm glad he is because I don't want either of them to be dead. But
yeah.
I feel bad that here I was. I mean, it's still not a very good record, but you know, she was. It kind of reminded me of Susan Boyle in that.
Yep.
You know,
which is wonderful. I loved Susan Boyle whenever I seen her play. Man,
well, I think it's a good reminder that prejudging people is
absolutely
generally dumb.
Yep, and senseless. Yeah, absolutely.
So obviously we want to hear one more from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I would tell people to stay tuned for another hour of local music after this. I thought I would, every now and then I like to go over to the shelf, and there's stuff that I'd play every week, but we got to make room for new music.
Yep.
And I think tonight I am going to dust off some favorites so that people who maybe were not paying attention to the music scene here 10, 15, 20 years ago can hear how good it was.
Yeah, absolutely. I know several bands that played, Tom Grassman, they've been around for a long, long time.
Well, he's had, I don't even know which band you mean. Amazing. He's had so many.
Yeah, I know. He's been in so many. 90s Daughter, and then, can't remember, it slips my mind, but he was in an old alternative rock band.
Was it Third Stone? Or?
Yeah, that was it.
I want to say something about fantastic. 90s Daughter. Somebody got mad at me once because I didn't play enough 90s Daughter albums. Do they have albums? I mean, they're a cover band.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm absolutely not sure.
The Brat Pack and 90s Daughter, if a band is strictly a cover band and doesn't have CDs, I'm not sure what people want me to do. I swear to people in cover bands, what usually happens is I'll love the side project that's an original band.
Yep.
And, they'll have 4 people at their shows. But the Cyndi Lauper and, the stuff with costumes, it draws a lot of people, but, they don't have the rights to it. And so if it doesn't exist, I can't play it, or I'd have to play the Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
And that's not local music. So.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I love a lot of people in those bands, and I feel bad when I can't play them on the radio. But, there's got to be a CD or a mini disc or something.
Play. Yeah, absolutely.
So
that's why I'm trying to get my album out as soon as I can so that I can have one up here on the shelf with the rest of them.
I found out over the weekend that somebody who's been on this show, actually one of the first people I think I ever hosted on the show back, 15, 16 years ago, he's had 3 releases under an alias and didn't tell me.
Oh, really?
And I would have been playing them, but I have to know that stuff exists, and I do
for it to happen.
Spend a lot of my week trying to educate myself, but there's always something out there.
Yep. Yeah. There's so much amazing new music, especially locally. Like I said, I've got to really dive into it. So, like I said, there's just a lot of outstanding local artists, Jason Waldrop and John McMahon and Denny Ellis, and the list goes on and on and on and on. I mean, there's just a lot of talent, Johnny Ray Parrish, and it's just an honor to get to, go around and meet these people and perform alongside
Is
them.
Johnny Ray Parrish the same person as Jonathan Parrish?
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so. Yeah.
I'm thinking Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's mid-October, Jonathan.
Okay.
Parrish, yeah.
Yes, he's actually. I think he was on the show recently when I wasn't.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's been on here a couple times, maybe.
Well, I definitely hosted him, but I felt bad for missing the last one. I mean, I was glad it went off without a hitch. I think Charlie may have. Were you hosting that one? I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Never mind. We'll do the encore, and we can hang around if you think of anything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is WEFT. I should probably say now about 55 minutes of local music coming up after this. Jack Daniel, thank you.
Thank you. This is a song that's going to be on the album, Circle of Arrows. I believe it's the last song of the evening. Once again, I'd like to thank WEFT 90.1 and everybody for sticking around. This song's called Gun I'm Holding. Well, I gotta get going, gotta leave here quick. Gotta meet a man down in Mississippi. 'Cause the woman I love, well, she dead and gone. Gun I'm holding, well, it ain't my own. Yeah, the gun I'm holding. Yeah, the gun I'm holding. Yeah, the gun I'm holding, still smoking, but it ain't my own. Yeah, the gun I'm holding. Yeah, the gun I'm holding. Yeah, the gun I'm holding, still smoking, but it ain't my own. Well, I guess this town wasn't big enough to hide all the cheating that she'd done. Met them both down at the old motel. Pulled a 44 and sent them both to hell. 'Cause the gun I'm holding. Yeah, the gun I'm holding. Yeah, the gun I'm holding, still smoking, but it ain't my own. Down to the local judge. When he asked, I never budged. Said, hey boy, what have you done? I said, the gun's still smoking, but it ain't my own. The gun's still smoking. Yeah, the gun's still smoking. Yeah, the gun's still smoking, but the Lord knows it ain't my own. Yeah, the gun's still smoking. Yeah, the gun's still smoking. Yeah, the gun's still smoking, but the Lord knows it ain't my own. Yeah, the gun's still smoking. Yeah, the gun's still smoking. Yeah, the gun's still smoking, but the Lord knows it ain't my own. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. My name is Jack Daniel. You're listening to WEFT 90.1 FM. Stick around for the next hour. They're going to be playing local tunes from albums that they've accumulated and have here in the studio. I'm sure that they're going to play a bunch. I might tune in on my way home. I'd like to thank all the listeners out there for tuning in. Thank you.